Hi everybody, my name is Amanda. This is my YouTube channel. I've already decided a few things. A, I don't know what I'm doing. B, I will probably say and like a lot. And there's going to be mistakes. I'm not good enough at the editor to really figure out how to fix that quite yet, so just bear with me. I wanted to start this channel because I've been doing ketogenic eating for about 4 months, and I took a little, 3-week hiatus right before Thanksgiving that stalled everything for me, but I got back on it after Thanksgiving and have just seen full speed ahead results, and it's exciting. I've lost about 15 pounds, and while that's not super significant, and 4 months, 15 pounds isn't amazing, but this is what's amazing about it. I've probably done every form of eating you can think of. Next to, Weight Watchers, gosh, I looked into Slimgenics, but I felt like it was too expensive. There was, if it fits in your macro eating, high protein. I tried low carb once, but didn't necessarily put into some practices that I needed to make it work. And I've done paleo, I've done Whole30, and nothing against Whole30 specifically, because it's actually Whole30 that made me look into ketogenic. So definitely gave me some really great tools, and it was the transition from Whole30 eating into ketogenic eating that was easier for me than, say, being on your typical American diet and then switching to ketogenic, which gives a lot of people what's called the keto flu, and I didn't experience that, so I got lucky. Anyways, the reason why 15 pounds is so great is because, having tried all these other diets, the only thing that has ever worked consistently and without made me lose my mind is ketogenic eating. If you don't know what ketogenic eating is, it's a high-fat, low-carb, moderate protein diet. So a lot of people use the 75-25-5 principle. So 75% of your calories comes from fat, 25% comes from protein, and 5% comes from carbs. And that sounds scary at first, because I'll be the first to admit I love carbs. And not necessarily like sweets, but pasta, rice, potatoes, breads, all that stuff was so good. Ultimately, I was a sugar addict, just with a savory palate, if that makes sense. So I never thought I could do a low-carb diet, but what I had never done before was bring my fats up to 75% of my calories. And for me, I'm 5'9", I lift a lot of weights, so I needed a lot of calories. So for me, 75% of my calories is somewhere in the ballpark of 170 to 185 grams of fat every day. And I cannot tell you, this right here, that is the key, that is the change, that's the shift, that's everything that made the difference. So when I'm eating ketogenic, I don't crave anything. I'm not on like, oh, I can do this, I can willpower through this, or you have to be clean for 2 weeks and then you can have a cheat day. I mean, all this stuff, I just don't have to do that anymore. This is how I live every day. I can go hours upon hours upon hours during the day without eating. And I'm not suggesting that that's what you have to do or that's what you should do. But when I ate a high carbohydrate diet and high protein diet, I'm not kidding, I was hungry every 3 hours. I thought about food all the time. I was obsessed with my calorie intake, my macro intake. I had to make sure, that I entered things all the time. It almost became its own form of a food problem, an eating disorder, if you will. And ketogenic has removed that all from my life. If you're thinking about this, I suggest dive straight in and do it. It's going to take a little planning. It takes a grocery shopping trip or two to have everything that you need, but if you do it, like jump in, do it. Even if you have to do it over the course of a few weeks. So I feel like the reason why ketogenic works so well for me is I had found Whole30. And the reason that I looked into Whole30 was because I couldn't lose weight. I kept gaining weight. In fact, steadily over the last 3 years, I've gained 30 some odd pounds. And I cannot tell you why. Hormones, aging, I don't know, whatever it's been. I just haven't been able to get anything to stick. And I feel like it's the result of a program that I did a few years ago that was very high, intense amounts of cardio with very low calories, and I had to eat very, very clean. Uh, and honestly, like I feel that was damaging to my metabolism. It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't something I could continue to do. And eventually I had to stop. And the day I stopped, I mean, like a week later, I had already put on a pound. And then 3 weeks later is a few more pounds. And I managed to maintain for a little bit, but eventually my body just was like, no, we can't do this. We got to go up. We got to go up. And so here I am just, crying all the time, not wanting to get on the scale, afraid of even looking at food because I feel like it would go right to my ass. So it was very just a frustrating last few years, and I'm not kidding when I tell you I've tried so many things. So anyways, I digress. I found Whole30 because I was trying to do an elimination diet to see if maybe I had some food sensitivities, and food sensitivities were causing the calories to add up and the scale to not budge, or the scale to go up actually. So I did Whole30 for about 2 weeks. I didn't even do the whole 30-day challenge because we ended up traveling and I didn't plan well and it just became its own thing. However, I felt really good on the Whole30, just in the 2 weeks that I had done it and had stayed completely on all their recommendations. So I knew that I wanted to eat something like that. Pretty much grain-free is what it was. They definitely encouraged really good fats in your diet, and ketogenic, does that, but it does it like, if Whole30 is here on fats, ketogenic is here on fats. And that to me has been the key. And I'm telling you, when I can eat hollandaise, Alfredo sauce, make homemade cheddar sauces, uh, there's just so many things. Oh, tons of olive oil on my salads. I cook with coconut oil. I put coconut oil in my coffee every morning. It is divine. Heavy cream. These are things that for my savory taste buds are just, they're amazing. And it's been such an amazing journey that I had to start talking about it. I had to get on here and tell other women that I know are out there and they're following, low fat, or they're worried so much about clean eating all the time, and or they're just pulling their hair out because they're always craving something. It's always a matter of will. It's always, I have to be good. I can't screw it up. And I mean, the guilt killed me. I don't know if the guilt's killing you, but it killed me. And I was just, the idea of going on one more diet was excruciating. So when I found keto and I thought, oh, I'll try it, I'll try it. Um, all I can tell you is that I'm so glad that I did. So anyways, my challenge is going to be posting regular content because I've got a busy life. But I wanted to start here. I wanted to give you a quick video, a quick intro that this really could be for you. You may really like this, and hopefully I can condense this down into shorter little videos and be very specific about topics that I want to cover for you so that you've got stuff to go on. So anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick overview. My name's Amanda again, and I'll plan to post more soon. Thank you. Good night.